in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
What have you spent your Dillian White winnings on?
My Dillian White winnings? Paid my tax, man. That's it, really. That was a while back, yeah.
You must feel, no, I mean,
my bet. That's tax free. We went out, was something to eat on Sunday. Yeah, on my Snapchat, we went to the gym, then a little sauna steam and stretch, and then we went for some food, and I paid half.
You keep saying that now. You keep saying that you're more of a student of the game than you was before, but does that come from watching more and being able to pick things like that? Because most fighters would fancy themselves with being able to pick rounds and where they go. Yeah,
like you remember that there's like, I would say like two halves to a fight. First six, second six. And a lot of fighters at that level, when they want to prove themselves, they kind of start fading off. Look at myself against Klitschko. After round 5, I was shattered. So after round 5 is a real tricky time for fighters that are inexperienced because they don't have that ring generalship. So they throw punches that they don't need to throw and so on and so forth. So when I watch boxing, I start learning how to gauge a fight. If you look at Mayweather, sometimes they take off like round 5 and 6. Lomachenko, I think, or who was it that said they're going to punch in the last 30 seconds? Sugar Ray Leonard against Tagba. So they get that ring generalship and stuff. So I watch it to learn these things for sure.
You've always said that you've not paid overtime, you want to get out. For this fight, you did say you wouldn't mind taking a little bit longer. What's with the change? Is that to show what you've learned?
It's interesting because as much as I want to be known as like a puncher, I do understand that there's been no heavyweight champion in the world that has only been able to have a right hand on him. Which heavyweight champion do you know that you could only say, oh, he had a big right hand? You talk about their fighting skill, right? Their movement, their slip in the shots. Like Mike Tyson, even though he was known for a devastating knockout, we talk about his boxing IQ, head movement and stuff. So when I say the later rounds, is because I want to base my win on performance rather than just waiting to land a big right hand.
Anthony, back in there he said what he did about having not decided how he wants to approach Saturday's fight yet. That's nonsense, isn't it? I mean, you can't prepare for 12 weeks or longer, think about the fight, be this close and not have a clue yet, can you?
I think it's him being humble as well, do you know what I mean? But I do get what you're saying, but I do think it's him being humble and not trying to be too overconfident, which is good. But I think everything's appropriate for the time. And at this time, I'm quite confident. I've worked hard. I've dedicated myself to the sport. So I was more than willing to say, in my head, I have to prepare for a 12-round fight. But if we're talking about where I think it will end, I'm hoping to go somewhere between 7 and 9.
We saw what Klitschko attempted to do with the USB stick. There was the American who said he'd written a chapter on how to beat you. They don't look like they're trying that, but they look like they're trying to get under Eddie's skin, and that might provoke you somehow. Do you think that's what they're trying to do? Trying to maybe? Yeah,
I think they're doing a great job. It's promoting, self-promoting. It's the bullying before the fighting. So they say what they say, they get under your skin, and they say things. And like when you're in training camp and you're locked away from everything, any little thing can get to you because you're tired, you're angry, you're hungry, and all these type of things. So yeah, it's the little things they say that can wind you up. But Eddie's really good. He's witty, he's sharp, and he can kind of shut down a lot of people quick.
Do you think we're seeing you in your prime now?
No, you're going to see me stop priming when I am my prime yet. I think when you see someone in their prime is when they stay at the top for like 4 or 5 years. But when you see someone get into their prime, I think that's what you'll start seeing now.
In the Takam fight, there was a bit of disappointment at the end because people didn't think he delivered the finish they really wanted.
But
how determined are you now?
No, not so much to determine, because my point is that Mayweather, as great as he is, goes 12 rounds the majority of the time, and everyone claps and says how great his performance was. Because I don't knock out my opponent in 2 rounds, it's a bad performance. So you can't always be trying to please people because you're never going to win. Everyone's got opinions. My job was to control Takam, move him around the ring where I want him, secure the win so I can move forward to 2018, and I think that was a mature performance in my opinion.
So that's not in your thinking this Saturday?
It's not about, I have to do the job, you know, for myself. It's about performance, not just about going in there and looking for Takam and just going bosh and hoping he flies out the ring. My job was to perform, control a good fighter. He didn't give me any problems for the headbutt, and I think people are looking past the boxing IQ, and if you don't knock an opponent out, people are so interested in saying he can't punch, why did he knock him out, rather than saying oh, did you see that left hook he defended and came back? Did you see the uppercut? People aren't interested in boxing IQ anymore, and that's why I study the game, because I respect that side of it.
We've got to move down. Thanks. Sorry, mate. We've got.